I invite you to turn to Daniel chapter 2. I'm going to read verses 14 to 23. Then when you get Brennan to come preach. You see, you already told me all about it. Where's she at? Oh, okay. Read verses 14 to 23 from Daniel 2. When Arioch, the commander of the king's guard, had gone out to put to death the wise men of Babylon, Daniel spoke to him with wisdom and tact. He asked the king's officer, "Why did the king issue such a harsh decree?" Arioch then explained the matter to Daniel. At this, the enemy went into the king and asked for time, so that he might interpret the dream for him. Then Daniel returned to his house and explained the matter to his friends, Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah. He urged them to plead for mercy from the God of heaven concerning this mystery, so that he and his friends might not be executed with the rest of the wise men of Babylon. During the night, the mystery was revealed to Daniel in a vision. Then Daniel praised the God of heaven and said, "Praise be to the name of God forever and ever. Wisdom and power are his. He changes times and seasons. He sets up kings and deposes them. He gives wisdom to the wise and knowledge to the discerning. He reveals deep and hidden things. He knows what lies in darkness, and light dwells in him. I thank and praise you, O my God, O God of my fathers. You have given me wisdom and power. You have made known to me what we asked of you. You have made known to us the dream of the king." Now, Daniel 2 is a fascinating passage. It's a whole lot longer than that. That's just a small part. And anyone who's ever seriously studied dreams has spent time in Daniel 2. God often speaks to people through dreams. And so I heard a question one time, why does God speak to people through dreams? And a very wise man once said that sometimes we don't pay enough attention to God during the day. The only time he can get through to us is when we're asleep. And that's when he has our undivided attention. And so he speaks to us through dreams. And if God's going to speak to us through a dream while we sleep, we should give attention to our dreams. We should pay attention. And over the years, I've come across people who have dreams that are very pertinent in everyday life. Others seem to dream randomly about weird things that seem to make no sense. I kind of do both. But I believe that dreams are a very powerful way that God still speaks to his people. The main problem that I have is I wake up in the middle of the night after a very vivid dream, only to wake up in the morning and only remember that I had a dream. The details are all gone. Maybe you've been there. That's a frustrating place to be. I know it was a good one, but all the details are gone. I used to actually keep a notebook and a pencil beside the bed to jot down some notes in the middle of the night to help jog my memory in the morning. And it works. It works. And if you could read your own scribble, your 3 o'clock in the morning scribble. But it works. It works and it helps. And I should start doing that again. I'm going to start doing that again. And we see in Daniel 2 that Nebuchadnezzar had dreams that troubled him so much that he couldn't sleep. Now, it's been a while, but I can remember waking up from a dream and being so scared of what was happening, I was afraid to go back to sleep. It happens. That's a weird kind of feeling. You know you're tired, you're exhausted, but you're afraid because it was, let's just face it, some things are scary. That's a strange feeling. And that's where Nebuchadnezzar is. He's the king of Babylon. He's the most powerful man in the world in that day. But he's dreaming things at night that have his mind so troubled that he can't sleep. You see, it happens to even the best of them. You know, he instills fear in the nations around him, but he himself's afraid to go to sleep. Probably one of the funnest things we do. We probably spend more time sleeping than we do anything else. So he does what a king would do. He summons the smartest people he knows, all the magicians, enchanters, sorcerers, astrologers, and he asks them, "Tell me what my dream means." And naturally, if somebody says, "Tell me what my dream means," what's your question going to be? And they respond the right way. They say, "O king, live forever," which is how you have to respond to the king. "Tell your servants the dream, and we will interpret it." No, it doesn't seem unreasonable, does it? The only way I'm like, "Oh, chance I have it interpreting your dream is if you tell me what it was." And they're familiar with dream interpretation. But they need that crucial piece of information, the context of the dream. And Nebuchadnezzar makes them go a step further. He wants them to tell him his dream and interpret it. Now, one could make a case that Nebuchadnezzar himself, maybe he woke up and couldn't quite remember all the details of his dream. So he wants these guys to come up with it. But that doesn't necessarily matter. His decree here is pretty firm. If they can't tell him the dream and interpret it, He's going to have them cut into pieces in their houses, turned into piles of rubble. That's a little rough and pretty severe. I can't hardly remember my own dreams, let alone tell you what one of your dreams was last night, and then interpret it for you. But on the flip side, if they're able to do it, the king's going to give them gifts, rewards, and great honor. You can almost sense how badly these guys want to tell him something. They ask again, let the king tell his servants the dream, and we'll interpret it. And Nebuchadnezzar accuses them of stalling. He's just trying to buy more time. And he reinforces the penalty for failure. And that's going to be a scary situation because they obviously don't know. So they respond by telling the king, hey, your request is impossible. So they just told the king who threatened to kill them that what he wants is impossible. No one can do what you ask, they say. It is not possible. So the king orders them to be executed. All the wise men of Babylon, which would have included Daniel and his friends. And when we get to verse 14, the passage that I read earlier, we see that this news reaches Daniel. And we see that Daniel doesn't protest. He speaks to Arioch, this guy Arioch, the commander of the king's guard. He speaks to him with wisdom and tact. And that's the right way to speak. Sometimes we speak with wisdom and tact, sometimes we speak with anger and hostility sometimes. And other times we speak out of ignorance. But Daniel speaks with wisdom and tact. He negotiates with the guy and gets an audience with the king, where he very boldly asks for more time. Now remember what just happened to the other guys who asked for more time. They got accused of stalling and executed. That strategy didn't work for the other guys, but Daniel had already gained favor with Nebuchadnezzar earlier. And while the king is angry, it's important to know that Daniel didn't say it was impossible like the other guys. He just asked for more time. So Daniel was able, he must have gotten more time because he was able to return and talk the matter over with his friends. He talked to Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah, it says, and those are the three guys who became known as Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. They did the one thing they knew how to do best. They prayed. Daniel urged them in verse 16 to, quote, plead for mercy from the God of heaven concerning this mystery, so that he and his friends may not be executed with the rest of the wise men of Babylon. And really, sometimes you don't know what you're made of till you're faced with prayer or not. Don't think any of us has ever been in that situation where we're up against it that badly that we had to plead for mercy from the God of heaven so that we won't be executed. Maybe we'll get there someday, but I'm not in a hurry. But glory be, during the night, the mystery was revealed to Daniel in a vision. Daniel did the only thing he could do. He praised the God of heaven. It said in verse 20. In verse 20, praise be to the name of God forever and ever. Wisdom and power are whose? His. We'd like to think they're ours, but they're his. He changes times and seasons. He sets up kings. He deposes them. He gives wisdom to the wise, knowledge to the discerning. He reveals deep and hidden things. He knows what lies in darkness, and light dwells in him. I thank you and praise you, O God of my fathers. You've given me wisdom and power. You've made known to me what we ask of you. You've made known to us the dream of the king. That's a prayer right there. That's a thank you, Jesus prayer right there. So Daniel goes on to tell Nebuchadnezzar about his dream and what it means. And that'll be another sermon for another day. Brenda kind of gave you a sneak preview, though, of what that was. The reason the king was troubled by his dream, he was foretelling his downfall, which is going to bother a king. Because when kings have a downfall, that doesn't mean they take a lower position. That means they die. You know, there's no winners and losers. There's ones who live and ones who die. That's how you determine who the winners are. That may be next week. But today we're focusing on Daniel and his friends and where they turned for wisdom when things looked bleak. They were faced with an execution that they couldn't come up with the king's dream and interpret it. That's pretty serious business. And there's really no way that anybody could know anybody else's dream unless they were told about it. And the only way to know something like that is if it's revealed to you by God. We aren't quite in the same boat that Daniel was. Don't know whoever find our book. It's also the same boat that Daniel was. We're facing the possibility. We aren't facing the possibility of being executed, but we're facing a dilemma as a church that we don't know the answer to. That's the only thing I know for sure, is that I don't know. And that's not the most fun place to be. We don't know what it might cost us. We don't know what it might require of us. All we really know is we want the answer. And right now, the answer is not clear. So what do? We do what Daniel did. Daniel was one of the wisest men who ever lived. When you think of wisdom, you either think of Daniel or Solomon. Let's go Daniel. Daniel's a better guy. When he was faced with his dilemma, he didn't try to figure it out. He was smart enough to know he didn't know how to figure it out. So he prayed. And he knew, as we can see in verses 20 to 23, that wisdom and power come from God. Who makes it rain, who makes it snow, who makes it sunny, who makes it rain, who makes it snow, who makes it sunny. And it cycles through to the point where we kind of almost have to figure it out. You know, it's going to be warm for a couple months, then it's going to start getting cold. God changes that. He sets up kings. He puts people in positions of power, and then if necessary, he deposes them. He gives wisdom to the wise, knowledge to the discerning, and he reveals those deep hidden things. He knows what lies in darkness, and light dwells in him. He's given me, in this case Daniel, wisdom and power to know the dream of the king. That same God who made the mystery known to Daniel and his friends will make today's mysteries known to us when we do the same thing they do. When we pray, when we plead for mercy from the God of heaven. Are we willing to pray that hard? To plead for mercy from the God of heaven. And if God can show Daniel the king's dream and give him the interpretation, certainly he can show us the way through our mystery. Because it isn't about us trying to figure it out. I mean, you're welcome to try to figure it out if you want to. You know? But it's about God giving wisdom to the wise. You know, it's time for wisdom. You know, one of the things, we say this at Christmas time, that God revealed himself to the shepherds and the wise men. The shepherds who knew they knew nothing, the wise men who knew they didn't know enough. And that's what Daniel was. The wisest man that ever lived didn't know the answer, so he prayed. And it's time to pay attention to God as we wait for him to reveal deep and hidden things. I'm with you. I want to know. I want to know. Lori asked a question a couple months ago that we still haven't got the answer to, have we? And so, at a meeting, Lori asked a question. It was a good question. Don't know the answer, still don't know the answer. And I'm not sure the person who asked the question knows the answer. We want to know the answer. We need to spend some time alone with God. Let's pray. Father God, we pray that this prayer that Daniel and his buddies prayed, and they pleaded for mercy from the God of heaven. Lord, maybe we pray that as far as pleading for mercy, Lord, forgive us if we don't know how to do that. And Lord, so here we come, Lord, to plead for mercy. Lord, I'm not sure how much pleading we do. Maybe we don't do enough pleading. But Lord, we need mercy. We need you to show us and reveal to us. Lord, in your time. In your time. Lord, we're ready. Lord, help us to listen, stay focused, and to keep our eyes fixed on you. Lord, give us wisdom. Lord, give us wisdom. Lord, not so we can brag about being wise, Lord. We're right there. We know that we don't know enough. Lord, we need to know you more. Fill us with your spirit, Lord, and give us wisdom as we sing. As we sing the right song this morning. And bless us, Lord, and bind us together in your name. Amen.